Anna had been traveling alone across the dry plains for many days. The sun beat down fiercely, and the land seemed endless, stretching with golden sand and dry grass that crackled under her boots. Her small caravan had run out of water hours ago, and every step felt heavier than the last. She felt thirsty, exhausted, and unsure if she would find anyone who could help her. Yet Anna kept moving forward. She had always believed that even in difficult times there was kindness in the world. As she walked, she noticed in the distance a small village. It was simple, with huts made of wood and straw, surrounded by a few trees that provided small patches of shade. Smoke curled from one of the chimneys, and she could hear faint voices. Her heart lifted a little. Maybe she could find water there, and maybe some shelter from the burning sun. When she reached the village, she saw the tribe's leader sitting alone outside a larger hut at the center. He seemed tired, wiping his forehead and looking out toward the horizon. The sight of him struck Anna in an unusual way. He was not imposing in a harsh sense, but he carried an air of quiet strength. His eyes were deep, reflecting wisdom and experience, and there was a calmness in the way he sat that suggested he had faced many challenges in his life. Anna approached slowly, holding out the small water flask she had managed to save for emergencies. Her hands shook slightly from the heat and the effort of walking, but her spirit stayed steady. "Sir," she said politely, bowing slightly, "please take this water. It is not much, but I hope it helps you." The leader looked up at her, clearly surprised. His eyes softened and a faint smile appeared on his lips. He took the flask with care and drank slowly, savoring every drop. "Thank you," he said quietly, his voice carrying a calm authority. Anna felt a warm rush inside her. She had not expected anything in return. Helping others had always been her way, but seeing his gratitude made her heart feel light despite the harsh sun and long journey. Some villagers began to gather at a distance, curious about the stranger who had approached their leader. Children peered from behind their mothers, and a few men nodded respectfully as they watched the interaction. Anna felt a mixture of pride and nervousness. She knew she was different from them, coming from far away and speaking differently, but for this moment, her gesture had crossed that gap between strangers. The leader spoke again, this time louder so the others could hear. He praised Anna for her courage and kindness, noting that not many strangers would have dared approach a leader so openly. His words were simple, but they carried weight. The villagers murmured among themselves, their expressions a mix of surprise and admiration. Anna felt a little overwhelmed, but she also sensed a deep sense of connection. She had not expected her simple act of giving water to create such attention, yet it felt right. As the sun moved lower in the sky, the leader invited Anna to stay in the village for the night. She hesitated briefly, unsure if she could trust anyone after traveling alone for so long, but something in his eyes reassured her. There was honesty, respect, and a sense of honor. She nodded and followed him to a small guest hut prepared for her arrival. Inside it was modest but clean, with soft mats and a small window that let in the fading light. Anna placed her belongings carefully and took a moment to rest, feeling the tension of the journey slowly melt away. Outside, the village settled into its evening routine. Smoke from the fires curled into the sky, and the sounds of daily life, laughter, conversation, the clinking of tools, created a comforting background. Anna stepped outside to breathe in the cool air. That's when she noticed two of the leader's daughters standing a short distance away. They watched her quietly, their expressions a mix of curiosity and shyness. Their eyes were bright and attentive, and they seemed intrigued by the stranger who had approached their father with such bravery. Anna felt a strange connection with them, even though she did not know their names or anything about their lives. There was something gentle yet confident in their gaze, something that suggested they were not easily impressed, yet here they were, watching her with interest. Anna smiled softly, and the girls returned the gesture with shy nods. For a moment there was a silent understanding, a wordless communication that crossed the barriers of language and culture. As evening fell, the leader invited Anna to join them by the fire. The villagers gathered around, and Anna could feel the warmth of their attention, not in a way that was overwhelming, but in a way that made her feel included, even part of their small community. They shared food simply prepared, bread, fruits, and dried meat, and Anna found herself relaxing more than she had in days. The leader spoke to her kindly, asking about her journey, where she had come from, and why she was traveling alone. Anna answered honestly, her words simple and direct. The villagers listened with interest, and the daughters occasionally glanced at her, smiling when she said something amusing or clever. During that evening, Anna noticed small acts of respect and kindness from the tribe. One of the daughters brought water to refill her flask without being asked. The leader's gestures, quiet yet deliberate, showed that he valued honor and generosity. Anna realized that this tribe, though simple in their lifestyle, had principles that she admired deeply. They were welcoming yet dignified, curious yet respectful. It was a balance she had rarely seen in her travels. As the night deepened, Anna felt a growing sense of anticipation mixed with wonder. She had never expected that a simple act of offering water would have led to such an experience. She thought about the daughters, about the leader's calm yet powerful presence, and about the warmth of the villagers. Everything felt connected, as if her journey had been leading her to this place all along. Finally, Anna retired to her small hut, her mind buzzing with thoughts. She knew the next day would bring more interactions, perhaps explanations of why the leader had responded so generously, and maybe even more unexpected surprises. But for now, she allowed herself to rest, grateful for the kindness she had been shown and for the feeling that she belonged, even for just one night among people she had only just met. As she closed her eyes, she thought about the vast plains she had crossed, the heat, the thirst, and the struggles, and yet she realized that even in the harshest conditions, small acts of kindness could create ripples far beyond what one could imagine. She drifted to sleep with the sounds of the village around her, the crackling fire, the gentle voices, the distant song of a night bird. For the first time in many days, Anna felt safe, hopeful, and quietly excited for the morning to come. The night passed slowly, with a gentle breeze that carried the scent of the earth and the small fires throughout the village. Anna awoke before dawn, feeling refreshed despite the journey and the heat of the previous day. She peeked outside her hut and saw the leader already awake, tending to small tasks, his daughters quietly observing him. There was a rhythm to their morning, a quiet harmony, and Anna felt privileged to witness it. She realized that her journey had taken her to a place she would never forget, a place where respect, kindness, and gentle courage could create bonds stronger than she had imagined. And so, as the first light of day touched the village, Anna prepared herself for whatever the morning might bring. She did not know that her small act of giving water would soon lead to an even more extraordinary turn of events, one that would connect her with the tribe in ways she could never have predicted. But she was ready. She had already learned that courage and generosity were always noticed, even in the most remote corners of the world. And with that thought, Anna stepped outside her hut ready to face the day, ready to embrace whatever surprises awaited her in the village she had stumbled upon. The next morning, Anna woke up early, the first rays of sunlight spilling across the village. Birds chirped gently in the trees, and the soft wind carried the smell of earth and smoke from the small fires around the huts. She stepped outside her hut and saw the tribe beginning their day. Some were preparing food, others tending to animals, and children ran and played under the watchful eyes of their parents. There was a sense of calm and purpose in everything they did, a rhythm Anna found peaceful and grounding after her long journey through the harsh plains. As she walked toward the central area of the village, Anna noticed the tribe leader waiting for her. His posture was formal yet gentle, and his expression carried a seriousness that immediately drew her attention. He gestured for her to come closer, and Anna approached with a mixture of curiosity and nervousness. She had felt welcomed yesterday, but she did not know what the morning would bring. "Anna," he began, speaking clearly and with care, "your actions yesterday have been noticed by all of us. You showed courage, generosity, and respect. These qualities are rare, and they honor not only yourself but also those around you." Anna felt her heart flutter. She had not expected praise, and certainly not in such a formal manner. She bowed her head respectfully, thankful for his words. The leader continued, his tone calm yet firm. "In our tribe, we value such deeds highly. They show who a person truly is. Because of your kindness, I wish to give you a special place in our community. More than that, I wish to unite you with my daughters. They have long awaited someone who shows honesty and courage in their heart. I believe you are that person." Anna's eyes widened in surprise. She had not expected this. She took a moment to process his words. Marry his daughters? She had come here seeking only water and a place to rest. And yet her simple gesture had led to something far beyond what she had imagined. She looked at the daughters who were now standing beside him. Both girls were watching her intently, their eyes bright, curious, and gentle. There was no fear or resentment in their expressions, only a quiet interest and perhaps a sense of hope. The leader spoke again. "I do not force this upon you. It is a choice you must make freely, but I ask you to spend time with them, to know them and to allow them to know you. Only then can you decide if this is a path you wish to follow." Anna nodded slowly, feeling a mixture of nerves and excitement. She had never experienced anything like this before. Yet there was something in her heart that felt drawn to the idea. The tribe, the leader and his daughters had welcomed her without question, and now they were offering her a connection she could have never imagined. Over the next few days, Anna spent her time with the daughters, learning their ways, helping with daily chores, and sharing stories of her own life. She discovered that they were not only beautiful in appearance but also intelligent, kind, and full of life. They laughed easily, asked thoughtful questions, and shared their hopes and dreams with her. Anna found herself feeling comfortable and respected, and a bond began to form between them. She realized that this was not merely a formal arrangement, but a genuine opportunity for friendship, trust, and understanding. During meals, they would sit together, sharing simple dishes prepared with care. The daughters taught Anna how to cook some of their traditional foods, and Anna, in return, shared recipes she had learned on her travels. They laughed at small mistakes and celebrated little successes, and through these simple moments a connection grew stronger. Anna found herself admiring their honesty, their respect for each other, and the gentle way they treated her. She could see why their father had such confidence in their character. The tribe leader watched from a distance, occasionally offering guidance or support, but he never interfered unnecessarily. His presence was steady and reassuring, a quiet strength that reminded Anna of the calm she had seen in him the first day. She began to understand the deep respect the tribe had for him, not just as a leader, but as a father and mentor. His words, his gestures, and his way of treating others taught her lessons about honor, patience, and the value of true generosity. One afternoon, the leader called Anna aside. "I see how you have grown close to my daughters. You have spent time understanding them, helping them, and sharing your heart. Now it is time to speak honestly. How do you feel about what I have asked? Do you wish to accept this path?" Anna took a deep breath. She thought about the days she had spent here, the kindness of the tribe, the laughter and conversations with the daughters, the quiet strength of their father. She realized that she had come to care for them deeply, and that she wanted to continue this journey not out of obligation but because her heart told her it was right. I would be honored," Anna said softly, her voice steady despite the emotions swirling inside her. The leader nodded, his expression calm but satisfied. "Then it is decided," he said. "You will continue to learn, to grow, and to build a life here together with them." The days that followed were filled with preparation and learning. Anna and the daughters worked side by side, sharing tasks and responsibilities and strengthening the bonds of trust and friendship. Villagers smiled at their interactions, and even children would watch them playfully, sensing the harmony that had formed. Anna realized that her life had changed completely, not by force or expectation, but by the natural unfolding of connection, respect, and shared values. She also began to understand the depth of the tribe's culture, their traditions, and their respect for relationships built on honesty and courage. Every small gesture, every shared task, every moment of laughter reinforced the importance of kindness and integrity. Anna felt grateful for the opportunity to be part of something so meaningful, something that went beyond simple acts of help and entered the realm of true human connection. One evening, as the sun set and the sky turned shades of gold and orange, Anna sat with the daughters near a small fire. They shared stories, sang quietly, and laughed at small memories of their days together. Anna felt a profound sense of belonging she had never known. She realized that her journey, the water she had given, and the trust she had shown had led her to a life filled with new experiences, deep friendships, and a sense of family she had never imagined. The leader watched them from a distance, his heart calm and satisfied. He had seen many strangers pass through the village, but Anna was different. She had shown courage without arrogance, kindness without expectation, and respect without hesitation. In her, he saw the qualities that would strengthen the bonds within his family and his tribe, ensuring harmony and happiness for years to come. Finally, the day arrived when a small ceremony was held to mark the beginning of Anna's new chapter in the tribe. It was not a formal event in the way she had known before, but it was filled with significance. The leader spoke kindly, the daughters stood beside Anna, and the villagers observed with warmth and respect. Anna felt her heart swell with gratitude, joy, and hope. She knew that her journey had led her to something extraordinary, a life filled with trust, connection, and the gentle power of kindness returned. As she looked around at the faces of the people who had welcomed her, Anna realized that the simple act of offering water had created a ripple far greater than she could have imagined. It had transformed her path, brought her to a community that valued honor and courage, and introduced her to two daughters whose friendship and trust she would cherish forever. Her life had changed not by chance but by the natural unfolding of generosity, understanding, and mutual respect. In that moment, Anna understood a truth she would carry with her always. Even small acts of kindness could lead to extraordinary outcomes, connections, and opportunities. She had come to the tribe seeking nothing but water, yet she had found family, friendship, and a life rich with meaning. And as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the village in warm colors, Anna smiled, ready to embrace every moment of her new life, her heart full of hope, gratitude, and joy.